Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Simpsons Hit and Run and Mod. In today's episode, we're playing the Homer Cubed mod made by me, Muckluck. Yeah, my very own mod. Oh, that feels nice to say. Hey, Dr. Nick. Yeah, my last video, I did a sort of behind the scenes insight into how I made my very first Simpsons Hit and Run mod, all the trials and tribulations that came along with it, and I figured let's do a little hit and run and mod spotlight on it, just to give you a full look at the mod. And I mean, it's not going to take very long. It's not a massive mod, but I'm proud of it. So enough yapping, let's play it.
I'll take my chances in a mystery wall.
Oh, here we are. I've seen this so many times now. We are in the creepy 3D world from Treehouse of Horror 6. I think it was 6, wasn't it? Yes. Man, I could ramble away about this, but like I said, I mentioned a lot of stuff about how I made it in that video, so it will be on screen, it will be in the description. Give that a watch either now or after you watch this, because I don't know, I think a lot of you might find it interesting. It wasn't easy, that's for sure. But yeah, if you don't know what this is based on, there is a Treehouse of Horror segment from the show where Homer goes and hides behind the bookcase away from Patty and Selma and ends up walking into this creepy 3D world. And that's why I thought I'd put a little clip at the beginning just to sort of set up the scene and set up the mod. But I'm sure most of you know what this is based on. And here we are. Here we are. We're surrounded by shapes and equations and how do I... a beautiful... I think this skybox might be like one of my most... one of the things I'm most pleased with this mod. I just think the sky looks really good. I don't know, maybe it's just me. So as I mentioned, this won't be very long because there's not really much to do in this mod. It literally is just a sort of visual overhaul and have a little look around. But you know, you can ride in some of these shapes. It's not the nicest experience, but you can. There we go. And when you do, the music changes. Yeah, there you go. That's the credits music from the Treehouse of Horror episode, where it sort of like pans up away from the erotic cake store. And you get this kind of, I don't know, it's a bit spooky, isn't it? Spooky but also friendly theme over the credits. So you can drive around. Here we have the library, which I learned. Oh, look at that T-pose from Homer there. Did you see that? Yes, very, very accomplished mod. No quirks, no, nothing at all. Anyway, yeah, this is the library from Myst, which I only found out after I was researching into making this mod. And if you have already seen my behind the scenes, how I made it, you might still find some things interesting in this one, because there are some things that I even didn't mention in that one. Like, for example, I don't think I mentioned that I retextured the door. I went with this, which is not actually accurate to the game Myst, but I know I was looking at screenshots from the Simpsons episode, and it's kind of hard to see. I don't really know what they did, because I think in the actual Myst game there is no door, you just go in. But it looked like a red door, so I just kind of copied that. But yeah, you can run around, and I was at one point going to put in some cards to collect. I was going to put like a card back here maybe, or something like that, because can you walk along there? Oh, no. Well, I was going to maybe make a little spot where you could walk back here and make it ever so slightly hidden, but didn't go with the cards in the end. I probably should have, though. That would have been a nice little thing to do, just driving around the map to find them. But, you know, it was version 1.0. I could always make some more changes, I suppose. Anyway, following on from that, we have a little bit further on the swimming pool, I really enjoyed lining these up because I was looking at the show, always looking at the show, trying to get the reference right, and I was trying to line up just right, like because you get the camera angle where it's sort of like this, or actually it's more like that. Oh, anyway, something similar to this. So I was trying to kind of get like, hey, that seems about the right distance away when he bends over and looks at the fish in the episode. Okay, yeah, you can walk on the water, but I could have maybe made it kill you, like in the regular Simpsons hit and run game, but I didn't think that was very fun. I just thought, this is a crazy world, so in this dimension, you can walk on water. Not that hard to believe. And then further on from that, we have the what's this? Signpost. That's right, the axis signpost, X, Y, and Z, which I believe I kind of lucked out on this. I modelled it and I kind of copied some of the existing game files for light lampposts, and I just put it here randomly. Well, I put a few around, but I put one here, and I think it just so happens to be in the exact right orientation. Like in the show, Z is that way, X is that way, and obviously Y's up. So yeah, it'll be like sort of like here-ish, and then Homer looks up. Hey, look at that! It's like we're playing the episode, kind of. Except this didn't happen in the episode. Homer didn't do that, and Bodit definitely didn't drop out of it. Let's just pretend that's Wiggum, alright? Let's just pretend that's Wiggum. Interesting thing with these lampposts as well, I might splice in a clip of this, but at one point I broke loads of things making this mod, but I broke these lampposts. They were looking good until you hit them, and then they turned into those... Did you ever have those toys as a kid? It was like a clown, and like if you pushed it over it would always go back up. It would like wobble back up because of the whole, like, it had sand in the bottom or something. I kind of made them into that because I kept hitting them and then they would just like weeble wobble upside down. I don't know how I managed to do that. And that's kind of it. As you can see, like way in the distance there, I did put a few more lampposts. I thought, well, there's no point just having one. Let's see if I can drive. Let's drive another vehicle. Oh, come back here, Giant Sphere. Let's drive you. So I dotted a few about just to make it a little bit more worth driving around, but there really isn't much reason to. If you want to go knock over these lampposts, you can. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I should have added some cards. The problem is with like the cards and things, and the lamppost as well. I mean, you just saw it. You can see them from really far away. Like the draw distance is surprisingly far, and I'm not sure if that's something you can change. So, yeah, I said. I think if I had some cards on the ground, you'd be able to see them like flashing way in the distance, which kind of ruins it, I think. But I didn't actually test that, so I don't know. But we can carry on driving, if you can call this driving, a big sphere. And yeah, as you see, we slowly get darker and darker until eventually, oh, there it is. There it is. One thing I realised actually, just about turns to solid black just over there, to show you're at the edge of the world effectively. And there I was, like in the video I made, I was like saying, oh, it needs to fade to black around the edges, and that's because of the fact I didn't want the moire effect so much, where it's like really glitching out on the horizon. But actually in the show, if you look, when Homer first steps foot into the world, it is just a straight line. Like there's a definite black edge to it. And it's the same when the world is collapsing, when the universe is collapsing, and it zooms out when Bart's there. It's just a big square with a definite set edge. So I guess this isn't very accurate, but I think it's nicer on the eyes. So, and it kind of always points towards where the middle is again, which I like. Like you always know the middle's going to be around here where it's brighter. I think there's about 4 lampposts, or maybe 5 dotted around. Here's one over there. Let's get out of this. Let's drive. Where's the big... Oh, there you are. There's a big cylinder. Oh, let's have a look at some of these things. So we have a cone with a little glitchy noise. I better not do it too much or else I'm going to get hit and run, which I'll show later. We have the big cube with a terrible hitbox. For the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to make the hitbox so you didn't walk into them. I think it might have something to do with the skeleton of it. I don't know. That was too scary. And then the teapot, which again, not a great hitbox. But whatever works, eh? Whatever works. One thing to note, this is really why I wanted to make this video as well, because I could just go into way too much detail. One thing to note was, I mentioned about changing the environment map, right? So the environment map is now of the grid, which is why you're seeing a fake reflection of the grid on the teapot. And the same thing here, really. You can just about see, like, there's definite green lines on the cube. Thing is, you can actually have multiple. You can have as many environment maps as you want. So what I realized was at one point it looked a bit too... It kind of didn't look right. It looked too sharp, the reflection, especially on like the cylinder here, because it was just straight lines, as you can see. So I actually used 2 environment maps and I blurred one of them, so it looked blurrier as a reflection. Little, just a little thing, just a little tweak. So there's a more sharp one, which I think is what the teapot uses, because as you can see, it's quite definite. And then there's another one, which it might be the cube using as well, which is just ever so slightly blurrier. Hello, 1 + 1 = 2. How are you doing? I can never find out a way to get rid of their shadows. You can still see them. Stupid thing. Oh no. Anyway, let's get hit and run. So I mentioned right at the end, when I was quickly listing off all the things I added last minute, I got rid of hit and run for the longest time because I thought, well, how am I going to do hit and run here? But then, I had a little bit of an epiphany. Yes, an epiphany, yeah. That I could re-implement the cone. So here it's a little bit unsettling. You'll listen. You'll see. You're here. Get back here. I need to kick you. Keep kicking. You should hear it soon. Oh. Oh. There it is. Oh. Oh no. Okay, we dodged it. The hitbox isn't great, so sometimes you do get hit by it when you think you won't. And also the AI is not great. I think it's using level 1's police AI, which obviously aren't as good. So sometimes it just gets stuck circling around you. Oh,
Cody.
God! And then sometimes it does that. And just impales Homer. If only I could make it, actually like bounce on the ground. That would have been great. But a bit above my league for my first mod. I'm going to do it one more time. Because I like it. I just like the noise as it grows louder and louder.
Watch it, Cody.
I really enjoyed taking little bits from the episode and putting it as sound clips. That was one of my favourite bits to do because it was right at the end and it was just tying it all together so nicely. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah. Well, not say. Let you listen to. Do you hear that? I don't think I did a very good job showing this in the behind the scenes video, but yeah, you can hear the little whooshes of the grid. And that's just the ambient track that's playing, which you don't really sometimes notice when playing a normal game. It's obviously it's ambient, so you just kind of take it for granted. But yeah, in level 1, there's birds tweeting and there's traffic as the ambient noise. So interesting stuff. Where's some more vehicles? Oh yeah, gotta say, maybe I should have repositioned the camera for some of these, because this is this is the view you get when you drive the cylinder. It's a little bit in your face, you know, just a little bit. And also, you can actually get the camera trapped. I think if you whack into something and... Hang on, let me try and do it. I only managed to do it a couple times on accident. But yeah, like, you can totally freak out the camera and then it gets kind of glitched inside the model. Okay, never mind, I can't break it. Maybe that's a good thing. There definitely was a way that I could recreate it, but I forgot now. Maybe it was just like reversing or something. Who knows. As you can see though, the vehicles do still create smoke when you drive. Like when it revs up, I couldn't... Some things seem so simple to do, you'd think, oh, that's just easy. Just find the texture for that smoke and make it transparent. Easy, right? No. No, there's like... Well, I don't know how many. I found so many different versions of smoke textures in this game. Or textures that might not have been smoke, but also could have been. Like sometimes they were something else, like an explosion texture maybe, but obviously that still includes smoke. And so I tried going through one by one and replacing them all with transparent textures. Never could get rid of it. Never could. I know it's possible, because I saw in some other mods, like the Annoy Squidward, it's replaced with bubbles. So it's definitely possible to replace the texture, I just couldn't find it and I got so sick, I gave up. Oh, the sphere also uses the blurred. See how the grid's blurred on the reflection? Yeah. And another thing I couldn't do, let's see if I can try and recreate this. Another thing I didn't mention in the... Whoa! Hey now. Another thing I didn't mention in the video... Oh, come here! Damn it, I need you. I need an equation. Come here. There we go. If I try and drive onto some oncoming traffic, you might see... I've got to do it a certain way. Not like that. This is also kind of hard to do every time. But basically what I'm trying to do is if you drive into oncoming traffic, they'll swerve out the way. And they'll flash their headlights as well. So for a split second, the shapes will have lights. I think I managed to mute the horn though, so at least they don't honk their horn. Oh, there you go. There you go. You saw it then. Another thing I couldn't really be bothered. That sort of thing with the lights. Oh, so hard to find that stuff in the files. At least for me. I guess once you know, you know, and it's an easy thing in the future. I probably should have joined. I know there's like a donut team Discord where I think they all help each other out making mods. Probably should have joined that and asked questions, but I was so sort of adamant to be like, no, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm gonna do it the hard way. I don't know why I was like that. I probably should have just asked for help when I needed it. But you know, I might join it from now on and ask some questions where I need to. Just trying to think if there's anything else really. Like I've got 100 gigabytes of footage of me making this mod, all for something you can really experience in about 5 minutes. Like this is it. this is the mod. But I think it's kind of neat. And, you know, everyone else seemed to like it too. I need to actually still reply to comments, but it's really nice feedback from everyone in the comments for my behind the scenes video. Very, very kind and very inspiring as well, because now I kind of want to make more. Maybe now I'll give some missions a go or some scripting. I don't know. It would be really cool to add even just like a tiny mission on this one. Like, I don't know. You could make like a race around this, like race around the grid. Or maybe Bart. Yeah, maybe you could go talk to Bart and Bart does a race. Or the collector cards would be good to do as well. In fact, the collector cards would be really easy because they're similar to the wasps, like how you spawn them in. And I did have wasps at one point, but yeah. I got rid of them. Didn't love them. I kind of want Homer just to say some stuff if I just run around for a bit. It's been very quiet. I've got voices on, haven't I? Sound. Yeah. Come on, Homer, pipe up. Let's just run for a bit. Okay, well, I'm back. It turns out there was actually still a little error in the game that I missed, and it actually meant that Homer wasn't saying anything. He was just completely silent, whereas if he was running, he should be saying things like... There we go. I knew it was working, I just tested it. Let me try again. Keep running.
Oh, heavenly testament to the eternal majesty of God's creation.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, still some little quirks that I might need to iron out, or other people might find for me. If you know, if they play it, and I will eventually make a download for this mod. I will, I promise. It's just I'm still working out how like what the best way of doing that is. I'll probably put it on the Donut Team forum. There's a few other things that still kind of annoy me as well. Like every now and then, can I try and get it to work? Every now and then, like the tile, the ground patch or the ground tile will glitch out a little bit and just sort of shake ever so slightly. Oh, did you just see it then? It's like, yeah, certain angles. Oh, like that. I hate that. I don't know why it does that. If anyone knows why, please tell me. The good thing is, like, as far as it goes with little glitches like that, we are in a 3D crazy computer world, so it kind of makes sense that the ground might glitch out or something, because, yeah, it looks like a computer. So, it's fine. I don't mind it too much. It's just little things. You know, it's not 100% polished, this mod.
Macaroni!
I was waiting for that. It's not 100% polished, but good enough for me. Good enough for me. I would like some little things done, but I'm happy to release it as it is. So yeah, stay tuned for a download mod. I'll put it in the description, or I'll pin it somewhere in the comments if you want to download it and play it yourself. But you've pretty much seen all of it in this video. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this video. I have rambled long enough. If you've enjoyed it, please do give it a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing so you don't miss any more Simpsons content in the future. There's a whole playlist of mod spotlights to watch if that's your thing, and also some other videos down there about designing my dream sequel to The Simpsons Hit and Run, and a let's play of the game I did many years ago. As per usual, if you have any suggestions for future mods to play, please do leave them as a comment and I'll try to take a look. Oh, and I have a Discord too now, so come join us at Club Muckluck and post some Simpsons memes. See you next time, folks.